You're listening to the Gag On This podcast.
I see you standing up and I want to knock you down.
Oh.
Goddamn right it is.
Does
somebody have a typewriter?
No. Sharon messing with his sounds.
Like that? Is that Jesus? Is that your space bar?
That's my mouse.
Yeah,
Good
he's my
Jesus, buddy.
I turned down. There
They just give it up.
Give it up.
All right, well, while Sharon's messing with that shit, this is the Gag On This podcast. Woo!
Ooh.
Great. Episode description, we'll have the show and guest social media. Like and follow us everywhere. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Hear the episode 2 days before it is released on podcast platforms. Like what you hear, leave a review. Hate what you hear? Oh, no. Move to Florida.
Ouch.
We don't need you if you hate our podcast. I am Big Nick. I am joined by the nationally traveling comedian, host of the Blarney Stone Open Mic every Wednesday at 7, goddamn luscious Danny D.
Yo, yo.
We got co-host of the Stand Up Dads podcast and my Portuguese lover, Rob.
Hello.
We got host of the Iambic Poetry podcast, vice president of Sacramento Poet Society, poet laureate, all-around good guy, Sharon.
Hi, guys.
And we are joined by the hilarious, goddamn Sarah Dutcher.
Woo!
Hello.
Funny how all the guys went woo.
Always go woo.
Everyone could be a woo girl.
That's right. Us white girls bring it out in ya.
Yeah.
Touche.
That's not how you say touche, Sharon. It's not the appropriate wording. You do that so
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
whatever.
I'm just as confused as you.
He's the poet. It's okay.
Okay.
On the mind. Yeah.
We got Danny D over there looking like a 1990s webcam.
What the fuck does that mean?
Like, is it just me or does she kind of...
It got better there.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. Let's get to the interview, guys. Yeah. So, Sarah, one thing I've noticed is I stalk everyone's social media, all the guests, when they come on. One thing I've noticed is you are on a shit... What the hell?
Sorry.
So, Sarah, we're usually more professional. I'll
we're
be
not.
honest. God damn it.
You could have just let him have that. You could have let him have it.
Nope.
No.
Right in the middle of kicking it off, too. One thing I've noticed is you are on a shit ton of shows in a really small window as of late.
Yes.
You had to think about that?
I was wondering if there was a specific question following that. I've met some really great people, some really fun producers, and they've been, bringing me onto their shows, and I love it.
So when did you start comedy? Because I noticed I didn't see a lot of pictures of you at open mics. I just saw pictures of you at shows.
If you look at my Instagram, there's an abrupt left turn of here's me baking, here's my cat, here's me on a hike. Comedy. So I did Zoom mics for a few weeks, starting May 25th. And then I did my first in-person mic sometime in June.
Of this year?
Yeah, 2021. It's 2021? Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
Netflix special in November.
Actually, and HBO next year. What I'm really excited for.
Start slow.
HBO Max.
I can't even afford HBO, but they're like, hey, do you want a special?
Yeah.
I'll go.
I did notice that on your Instagram, the whole cat thing. Are you a cat lady, or you just love it's a Siamese cat, right?
Yeah, she's part Siamese, part ragdoll. I just have one. She's a little brat. So yeah, I'm obsessed with her. I live alone except for her. So, she's the one who hears me complain all day.
Is ragdoll like a thing, like a cat?
They're normally like 25 pounds or something, like, but like when you pick them up, they don't hold themselves. So there's like, you support me. Like, I don't know how they bred for laziness, but they did.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a cat with palsy.
Oh man.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah. That's cute.
Is it weird that I just look at that and I'm like, oh yeah, that's just a cat?
Yeah, like, good job identifying.
How expensive is a ragdoll cat? Holy shit! $2,500.
You get them free at the grocery store.
Not to brag, Fatima was the most expensive cat at the rescue place. She was $35.
Sweet.
It's expensive.
I know. Had to take out a loan for it.
Wow.
So Danny, you said you had some questions lined up.
I do have some questions lined up. So you and I have been hitting the scene pretty hard. What's your favorite mic that you've been to?
Obviously Blarney Stone.
No, not my mic.
Oh,
What's another
God.
mic? What's your favorite mic?
No, I do really like Blarney Stone. There's always an audience and like they pay attention and like can be pretty, like for bar crowds are pretty polite.
Yeah, I tell my friends if they don't fucking listen and laugh, they're not my friends anymore.
Thank you. You're doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
Let's see. I really like crawdads, but that's really rowdy. And then also like the mics at clubs, because you know people pay to be there, so they're paying a little more attention.
Are you a comedy spotter girl?
Yeah, I did Comedy Spot on Tuesday. I've done the Laughs Unlimited Pro-Am showcase a couple times, so I want to go back up again.
Nice.
Yeah, and then
Is there like a helicopter flying around somewhere and someone's
It's her mic.
my AC kicked on.
Oh,
And then
okay.
it just turned off. But there
Okay.
might be a helicopter. I'm actually
Yeah. I like live in Rancho where there's copters like all the time. I'm like, oh, that's a ghetto bird.
apparently I live next to like an air base.
What, McClellan?
I don't know. But I spy like giant jets been flying like super close. Like I
Yeah.
hope that's landing somewhere safe.
Maybe. How long have you been in Sacramento?
So I grew up in Modesto like until I was 12, and then we moved in with my grandparents in Shingle Springs, which is like outside of Placerville, like boonies. And then as an adult, I've been like moving further and further into Sacramento, trying to get out of the boonies, trying to leave that redneck life behind.
Nothing wrong with redneck life.
I mean, it's fine, but like I have nowhere to store a tractor.
No, if it's a John Deere, you show that shit off, man.
Yeah.
Drive it to the mics. Yeah.
The only thing I knew about Shingle Springs was they had the fainting goats.
Oh, I bet there's goats, which are mean, chickens, which are mean. A whole bunch of mean animals up there.
The fainting ones. There's nothing mean about a goat that just passes out when you scare it. Have you seen those?
I missed that.
Yeah, no, I've never seen
They
that.
had a donkey, a zebra donkey.
Nice. That must have been an interesting coupling.
That sounds very interesting.
It looks like a donkey with like slight stripes, and then it makes the sound of a zebra. So it's
That's an interesting combination.
Who the hell thought? No, never mind.
these rednecks are bored. They're just breeding whatever they can.
But who just had a zebra, like, fuck it.
That's what I
We're
mean.
gonna,
Yeah.
we're just going to put the zebra with this donkey. Maybe it was true love. Who are we to say?
Yeah.
Maybe the donkey and the zebra really fell in love and that was it.
Yeah.
Forbidden, like cross-star lovers.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, isn't a donkey a crossbreed between a horse and something else?
That's a
That's a
mule.
mule.
Yeah, that's a mule.
It's a mule. Okay.
I have no idea.
They're
I
usually
don't know how animals are made.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're made by other animals humping.
Yes.
I was going to say, well, one has a penis, the other has a vagina, and
Unless you're a duck.
Or a cloaca.
Yeah.
And a zebra loves a donkey very, very much.
I mean, can do the same with sheep and donkeys. I mean, I'm trying to.
We're just going to mix
Goats.
animals like a cat and a dog.
There you go. Well, cat and dog. No, they ain't gonna
No, that's too much.
A rag dog.
a rag dog. Damn.
That's cool. So what made you want to get into comedy?
I've always been like interested in comedy, and like a few years ago, I even just like carried around a joke notebook just like to write down jokes. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. And then this year, I really got into like Twitter, and I got invited into like a comedian group chat, and so they like invited me to do their virtual open mics.
Nice.
Really cool.
Oh.
Nice. I did a lot of those.
So that's how you got your feet wet in comedy? Really? Okay.
Yeah.
See, the Zoom chats work. See, Zoom works. Ha
I never said I didn't. I love Zoom.
Well, no, we have a lot of comics that come on and go, I don't
That's
like
true.
Zoom and this and that. It's like it's ridiculous. Can't do the freaking room. I mean, got people laughing, they don't laugh. I'm like,
Are there still Zoom mics going on?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I think it is an easier transition going from Zoom to live than vice versa. Because at first, when I heard people complaining about Zoom shows, I'm like, no, it's great. And then I started doing live shows. I'm like, oh no, this is so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. But it works. It works for the time being, you know?
So you mentioned one thing I just want to get off my chest. Elephant in the room is you mentioned your Twitter. And
no.
I specifically told Rob this. I was like, I am super fucking jealous at the interactions you get because I post and I'm lucky if I get 20 fucking likes. You post like 3 words and it gets 100 goddamn likes. Super jealous.
She's cuter than you.
Well, yeah, you got to have the reply guys. The reply guys are the
guys.
Guys who are like, I'm going to reply to like, not really contribute to anything, not be funny, kind of ruin the vibe, but I'm going to interact with your tweet.
Because I feel like I have a connection with you now.
Like, sorry if any of you reply guys are listening. I appreciate the work you do.
I now think I'm a reply guy. God dang.
You might be.
And I do it on Instagram. I do it like,
Yeah,
you're so cute.
You're a reply guy.
I mean, it boosts engagement overall because like, every time someone comments, the algorithm kind of like shows it on people's timeline again. And I'm kind of nerdy about it, like the algorithm, and like I have to post at this time and then do 2 retweets and then another tweet. Like,
yeah, you have problems. That's cool.
Yeah,
no, it's not problems.
I'm on social media this much.
He's like,
Hold on, guys. I'm trying to understand the goddamn algorithm. So the trick is I have to tweet twice, retweet 3 times, and then I'm good.
And get a lot cuter.
Yeah, get some.
Reply girl.
Have you tried dyeing your hair blonde?
He did.
Yeah, in high school.
He looked horrible. No, man, he looks like a serial killer.
Did you get those frosted tips in the 90s?
Yeah, yep.
Yes.
And he used to work for a radio station. He looked horrible.
Sugar Ray was his idol.
He loves Guy Fieri.
I was doing it before Guy Fieri was a thing. I was doing it for Sugar Ray.
Oh.
Yeah, Mark McGrath.
Yikes.
Fuck you guys. It was the 90s.
I know.
Everyone in my 3rd grade had frosted tips.
Wow. Guys?
Did you say everyone in your 3rd grade?
Sorry, that just slipped out.
I just felt old as hell now. I was like, oh, damn.
You're not alone.
I'm turning 30 in a couple of weeks. I'm like,
okay,
fine, it's good.
Yeah, dirty 30 is the best.
About a woman turning 30, and I'm like,
I don't know why the hell you 30. You would be you're coming to 30-year-old. Y'all just feel like the world is dreaded on you. I got friends like that. I'm like, how are you so mad? I'm gonna turn 30. Oh my god. I'm like, And
Well, I mean, I'm fine with it. Turning 25 was like a weird existential age for me for some reason. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm a quarter of a century. And like, what have I done with my life? Nothing at that point, really.
You'll feel that way when you're 30. You'll feel that way when you're 40.
yeah, when you're 40, you go, I've done 20 years of this crap. 20 years alone. What the hell have I done with myself?
For what it's worth, after 30, it just sucks.
What? No.
Not true. That's only if you're married with a kid.
Exactly.
Cat
It is true.
lady. Cat lady. Like,
I have a cat. It's the only thing I'd take with me if I had to leave.
Really? I'd figure the wife would keep the cat.
No, the cat loves me.
Oh.
Wow. You already got an escape plan, Rob?
Oh,
That is
does your wife listen to this?
No.
nah.
I hope not.
I would have been killed in my sleep months ago. I've called her the proto Karen, all this stuff. So
Yeah.
ouch.
I'm pretty sure I would have gotten around.
You know what? Saying she would have killed you in your sleep is very generous. Maybe she would have wanted you to be conscious for it. Like if she was really angry.
Just
She
fucking
would
go in
start
on
it in my
misery.
sleep. Yeah, she would do like Misery.
Yeah, I'd make
Wow.
sure you were awake, motherfucker.
Lock both your
Well, you know what though? She'd probably try and keep it quiet because of the kid. Didn't want to traumatize him. Just make it sound like I went out for cigarettes and never came back.
I'd take the kid out first, and then I would go to you.
Gee, you see, that's the fucked up thing about moms is they drown their fucking kids.
I wouldn't drown him.
what would you do?
Ask Danny how she would hypothetically kill her children.
No, I would just, I don't know. I'd just drop him off. I mean, he's only 8. I'd drop him off in the woods and be like, he ran away. I don't know.
Jeez.
Jesus.
And if he survives and comes back, I'm gonna be like, see, you made a jungle kid right there. Look at that. Tarzan has lives.
There was a 3-year-old kid in Australia
Yes.
that survived for 3 days
Yep.
by
I
himself.
just read that. Yeah.
Yep.
And he just was like drinking water from some nasty ass creek. And so that kid's a badass.
Yeah. I don't know if your son or my kids would make it. Mike's
No.
son would be like, there's no Wi-Fi in this fucking forest.
I wouldn't make it. So, yeah, that kid's my hero.
I'd make it. Just give me some hallucinogenics. I'm down. Let's go have a.
Sorry. Back to Sarah.
All right.
So, dead kids, huh? Yeah. How do we segue out of what we just fucking talked about?
Disappearing into the woods. I mean,
How do you dispose of their remains?
Yeah.
Right?
Come back to what you started with.
I'd probably drink my pee within an hour. I would just be like, I need it. I'm going to die, guys.
I think that tells us more about you than we want to know.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a fetish thing, I swear, guys.
Yeah.
Would you put your hand out and cup it?
No,
No, he'd try to like.
yeah. DVD's got it. Yeah, you
Goes
I
straight
know.
from the bottle.
you put your
Yeah.
butt up, probably rest it on a rock, have it aiming right back at you, and just
Gotta really figure out the geometry of that one.
It would be a fun game for him.
Note to self: don't eat asparagus before you get lost in the woods.
So, Sarah, usually when we have female comedians on, I tend to ask this: how do you feel about the culture of the Sacramento scene?
Is that what you normally ask females?
Well, I normally put it blunter because I ask them prior if they want to talk about it, but I'm just sort of putting her on the spot.
Sure. No, I feel like generally and overall it is very supportive. And like there have been like some incidents that are like that's unprofessional. Like, are we really doing this? Where they're like everyone else also called out the person for being weird. And to me, that's almost like more important. Like you're always going to have, unfortunately, you're always going to have someone being inappropriate or being unprofessional or whatever. But the culture really, I think, comes down to everyone else's response. So that has been really nice.
Nice.
I'm always appalled by some of the examples of stuff we hear. Danny brought up some good ones on how she gets brought up. I'm like, geez.
Oh, that same night last week, that same night when I went to where I was going, I was gonna send it to you guys, but I didn't. But yeah, as first comic up, not only are her tits big, her heart's even bigger. Give it up for Danny D. And I was like, that is so fucking funny. And then I went to another mic right after that one. Yeah, same thing.
You know what? Small tits can be a blessing.
They maintain their structural integrity.
80% of like the gross comments I hear are about like, look at our tits. And no one's saying that about me. So I'm like, there we go. Like safe. Like
it really sucks when you hear it as a male comic.
Is your heart big though?
No. No,
Oh, God.
no, my tits are way bigger than my heart. Fuck that.
I was about to say, obviously, you don't know Danny D very well.
No, that's a question for Rob, actually.
Oh yeah, no, Rob's heart's not big either.
It's like a diamond. Just
His tits are though.
That's not true.
Nick's tits are bigger.
Yeah, and they've
We
grown.
We measured.
We did a check. Yeah, we did a best check.
Did Victoria's Secrets to get a sizing?
I sized them up. We used to record live, and I brought in a measuring thing and measured them. And Nick, what size were you?
A B.
Yeah, the rest of the guys were like A's. Sharon wasn't anything. He was just like in shape. But you know,
it's a nice supple.
but Nick was actually almost a C.
That yeah. I have no fucking comment.
Yeah.
And now what sucks is
he's a double D.
I feel like a girl going through puberty because they've gotten to the point where they used to just stay up, but now they actually droop, like they've down.
Oh no!
I know.
Not perky anymore. Darn it!
No more perky, supple man titties.
See, after 30.
Everyone's tits start to sag.
Right. Right. So how many shows are you on this week coming up?
I think I'm hitting the tail end of like my show, the shows I had all booked. I have one on Saturday. Yeah, I think that, and then I have a few like further out, like not this week.
That's
like
cool.
in November. A couple in October and one in November.
And how much time are you doing at the shows?
10. One is 15. 2 are 10.
And you have 15?
I will in a month.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident in that. I'm like, I just need to like fine tune and like figure out where it's going to go in relation to the rest of the 10.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So this is catching me off guard. So it seems that you just start seeing other comics and then just trying to figure out what they did and their methods and techniques? You didn't go to a comedy class, whatever.
No, I haven't done a class. Yeah, I try to pay attention to the comics I admire, and I try to do as many mics as I can without kind of like burning myself out. Yeah, and I grew up Mormon, and Mormons have you public speaking from age 4. So I
Did not realize that.
I didn't know that.
Not really.
They have like the Sunday school for kids. They have the kids also give like little talks.
Oh yeah.
I'm just amazed they want women talking. I mean, I don't know if that's
until 1963.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
So you're Mormon. Do you know about bubble porn?
I used to be Mormon, and Mormons are very anti-porn, so I've not looked up Mormon porn. That would scare the crap out of me. I don't bubble porn.
Oh no, bubble porn is weird. We had
Drew Schaefer.
Drew Schaefer, and he talked about, growing up religious, and he talked about bubble porn. And basically what it is you'll have a picture of somebody in a bikini, and then what they do.
Oh,
you've seen it?
Yeah. I feel like that's extra pervy. Like, just look at a nude. Stop like manipulating this person's photo. Like, was Jesus for manipulation? I don't know.
I think he was.
I think he was a straight player, actually. Like,
yeah. I mean, if I could turn water into wine, I'd be the life of the party.
Oh yeah. He's like, just show the nudes. That's what Jesus would say.
Show the nudes.
That's gonna piss off a lot of people. I'm sorry.
Not a lot of people listen. It's all right.
Jesus, woman.
That's
Not a lot of religious
title.
people listen.
Not
Let's
a lot
put
of
it that way.
religious people. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
That's the title. To show the nudes. Show the nudes.
Show us the news.
Let's see, I just got done doing my sermon. Let's see, what do I have some time? Oh, Gag On This. Let's listen to that.
Absolutely.
The natural progression of things to listen to.
Then they'll hang up that and call me on my phone sex line. Perfect night too.
Yeah. Basically free advertising for you.
Yeah. I mean, I love those church guys that call. They're like, oh, pretend I'm at church and you're under the pew. And I'm like,
Oh.
Really?
thanks. Oh, yeah.
Better under the pew than under the altar. That's a little more sacrilegious, I guess.
Yeah.
Isn't the sacrilege like part of the appeal though?
Of course.
Not to dissect this too much.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You guys are weird. I've never dreamt about having sex in a church. You guys are freaks.
I haven't either. I'm saying my dirty callers. Some of my callers want me to pretend I'm at church, like sucking his dick while he's giving a speech.
Oh my God. I could just, if I was one of those callers, I would so ask you to like quote fucking Ezekiel 25:17 with your mouth full.
2320.
I don't even have a Bible. I don't even know where I would get that information. No,
You
I
get it
don't
from
need
Pulp
one.
Fiction.
You can do it on your phone.
I'm not doing that. My phone will go haywire.
Blow and burn.
Muffle it. It doesn't
Go
have
ball of
to
fire.
reverse.
Right? Right? Blah, blah, blah. Hey, girl.
Hopefully the caller is not going to be like, oh, like you missed a word. Like,
They might. Sometimes they're very specific.
I can just see Danny, blah, blah, Jesus, blah, blah, Magdalene. Blah.
No.
Period.
Turn that into wine.
Oh, and there's no players tonight, so I guess I'm not going to see you there. So you should come to On the Y, even though it's meh.
they have couches there. You know, you're like, what has happened on this couch? I'm not going to worry about it.
A lot of things have happened at the On the Y couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about it.
No
Yeah,
black
just sit
lights.
down. Just sit down with it.
Yeah. Just sit with it for a moment.
Yeah, just sit with it and be like, all right, this bar's been here since like the 70s. This couch has been here since the 90s. Yikes.
I think it's been cleaned once.
Never. I know Corey. He doesn't clean.
Well, as long as it's not wet when you sit down, I mean, it's fine, right? It's all dried.
I mean, I don't want to sit on anything while it's still wet. So how different is
My
the
mind just went there.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, we're corrupting her. Does anybody have anything else before we move on to our popular thing? Hearing nothing.
Nothing.
So, Sarah, have you listened to the podcast before?
I've listened to like bits of it. I haven't listened to the popular thing yet.
Say no.
So.
Just say no.
Yeah, you don't have to lie. You could be like, I've never even fucking heard
Just
of this.
go back to Nancy Reagan and just say no.
Okay, I haven't. I have not. I definitely have not heard the popular thing.
Oh,
There's a
Neither have
popular
we.
thing?
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Popular thing.
It's popular in Tajikistan or something. One of the
Sweet.
stands. It's popular there. And that is inside the comic studio.
Brilliant.
Yes. Before we get into that, though, Sarah, plug your social media, plug any shows you got coming up, plug whatever you want.
Yeah. Okay. So let me look up my show dates. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter as Books Sarah Cats. Because remember, I'm a nerd and this, I'm obsessed with my cat. And that's Books plural Sarah Cats. Sarah Dutcher, the dumb looking blonde, empty-headed. Like, oh, she's got the dumb bitch disease.
Wow.
It's untreatable. I have a show, go out to the Powerhouse in Folsom this Saturday. Let me look up when I'm going to be at the Punchline next.
Also, if you're listening on the audio, it's Sarah, Sarah.
Yes.
H.
The original name.
The one spelt right.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. That's a lot of Sarahs out there. Bad.
She's the only Sarah I know.
I mean, Sarah's without an H can't be angry. It's like, look at the Bible. How is it spelled? Is your name older than the Bible? Really? Like,
is Sarah in the Bible?
That's what I was thinking. There's a Sarah in there?
oh, I'm the youngest, so my family ran out of like family names, so they chose biblical names. The wife of Abraham.
Yeah.
How many kids are in your family?
I have 3 older sisters.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
They kept trying
Not
to
very
avoid.
creative if they ran out of names by then.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say like 14. I'm the youngest of 14.
No,
something.
my mom is number 2 of 14 though.
Oh,
Son of a.
Yeah.
It's less about being Mormon and more about being from the Midwest, where they're like, you gotta have the children to like work on the farm. It's like, but you're an architect in Fremont. Like, you don't need 14 children.
Nice.
Anymore.
No one needs 14 children.
I love them. I love my aunts and uncles, but it's a lot.
There's a lot of them.
So did your dad just keep on trying and then get that boy you wanted? He's like, damn it. You know what? Screw this.
It was more so my mom. My mom really wanted a boy, and she was like,
Yeah.
these goddamn girls. Like, it's like, I fucking hate girls. Like,
I feel it. I would have 3 kids if my second one was a girl. I'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta have another one. Gotta keep going until you have a boy.
My mom did the same thing, trying to get a girl, but got 2 boys. Yeah.
Oh. Well, she didn't put that much effort into it if she stopped after 2.
She could, you know.
I stopped after 1. I'm happy.
You're not even happy, Rob.
I only make mistakes once. Leave me alone.
His kid's gonna grow up and like be the president or something like fabulous one day and be like,
No, he's
yeah,
not.
my dad didn't believe in me, so I wanted to prove him wrong.
I hope he does.
that's a great motivator, though.
Yeah.
It is. I love my
gonna
kid
be
more than anything, but I don't
I
see
know
that
you
happening.
Oh, it's gonna be an astronaut, and I'm gonna laugh my ass.
He's not, because he can't qualify. We found that out today. His eyesight's too fucked up. Because in order to be an astronaut, a lot of them have to be pilots, and to be a pilot, you have to have perfect.
Yeah.
Right.
and
Same
he
thing
does
to
not
play
have perfect
baseball.
vision.
I love how that's your go-to. Like if he ever asks, "Can I be an astronaut?" Instead of being like, "Well, you're not the brightest bulb," you can be like, "No, your eyesight. I'm sorry." Are you making sure he's not in here?
No, I hear something. Hang
It's a
on.
long time to figure out astronauts were not just like handsome pilots. Like, I thought that's like oh, you have to know science. Like, we're not just sending anyone up there.
Hey, Owen.
Yeah, there's the astronaut.
Oh, there's our little astronaut.
All right, Danny, what do you got?
Oh, sorry, I do have one show. I found the date. On October 13th, at Laughs Unlimited, is that There Goes a Neighborhood tour.
Woo-hoo.
Nice.
With Jimmy Earl.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
awesome. What do I have going on? Next week is the last week of the Blarney Stone open mic because I'm going to the East Coast. So come. I'm leaving 9/21. If you want to hang out, come and see me. Yeah, that's it.
Are you gonna go hang out with Jim?
Yeah, I'm going to stop by there.
Nice.
Are you going to Boston?
Well, I got to go to Virginia first. I'm going to do some shows out there. And then I'm going to Buffalo. I'm going to go to a Bills game. I've never been to an NFL game.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go do that and do 2 shows out there. And then I'm going to go to Boston.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if
There's
you
a nice Robert E. Lee statue in Virginia waiting for you.
I've been to Virginia a couple times. So I'm,
All right, when you go to Boston, do people stop you and be like, are you from California?
no.
Okay, that was just me then. Boston is a weird city. People stop on the street, be like, are you from California?
You look like a California girl.
No, my hair was brown at this point.
Oh.
Like, my hair was brown. It's like a Beach Boys playing around me.
It's because you're always smiling and shit and you look bubbly. Like, they don't ask me that. They're like, oh, this broad's from here. Like, fuck it. Yeah, but no, when I went to Boston, it was January and it was during COVID. So like nobody really asked me any kind of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one. That was
Yeah.
great. You got hammered, and that was a great still. Still one of the
Who was on that night? Who did we have on the podcast?
Dante Barnett.
Oh, okay. All right.
The suit.
Yeah.
The suit man.
Sharon, what do you got?
You can check me out at Epic Poetry Podcast, and also coming back live. We are bringing back Off the Change to the podcast. We've been on a little hiatus, but we're coming back. And also, you can check me out on doing shows with aseriesproduction.com. Work.
Nice. Robert.
Get my side project, Stand Up Dads podcast. I do that with my buddy Mike. We talk about parenting and throw in some dick jokes. We recorded today, and next week Mike is going to be our bad dad because he didn't tell me he had to pick up his kid, and we recorded right through that. So said, "What time is it? 3:30? Oh shit! I was supposed to get her at 3, and he just ran out the house." So
wow.
So that's the caliber of parenting we're looking at. New episodes come out every Sunday. Find it wherever your finer podcasts are sold.
So why do you have dick jokes instead of dad jokes?
Dad jokes suck.
They do.
So fun.
They do. They're lame. Follow me on Twitter at the Big Nick J. It is poppin'. Be sure to check out Cheap Seats podcast for my review with them of Gunpowder Milkshake. Also, look for the release of the Delvin Cox Experience I was on, as well as Po' Boy podcast. And then I think next week I'm going to be guesting on Tattoo Squid podcast. So that should be fun.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Inside the Comic Studio is brought to you by Anavi Market, as seen on Forbes and the Today Show. Premium, vetted, and verified CBD hemp products, including capsules, oils, topicals, and stuff for your pets. How cute. Ooh. Yeah. Click the link in the show notes and you'll save 15% off your entire order. Okay. So, for Inside the Comic Studio, we ask all comedians the same 5 questions. So the first question is first joke that landed well.
I guess the one about my ex-husband getting hit by a car. That one's always a crowd favorite.
Were you driving it?
You're married?
That's always the first question. Like, were you driving? Did you hit him? I say that, and I say that I am in the joke, but no. I mean, I was indirectly responsible because we were sharing a car, and like I drove the car that day, so he had to ride a bike. So he was on his bike. Oh, sorry, my cat. Still traumatized by this.
That was a cat.
So like because I had the car, he had to ride his bike, and
that's not your fault. That's not your fault.
No, yeah, it's not really my fault, but like I still feel weird. I'm like, oh, like if I had a car, oh well. I mean,
oh well.
He was okay for getting hit by a car at like 40 miles an hour. Like he didn't break a single bone. Like that's like I can joke about it because he was okay, and I'm the one who had to take care of him afterward.
Yeah, and that's worse.
It's so
Way
worse than
worse.
getting hit by a van at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And then the lady sued us for damage to her car.
Jesus.
Nice.
What was the outcome of that?
Filing for bankruptcy.
Oh,
You
wow.
guys had, really?
Whoa.
Was he not in a? Was he just
Between
riding
the
his
hospital
bike?
bills, like because it was like $30,000. Like they didn't give him any medicine. They just did like a couple of X-rays and a CAT scan. Like they didn't give him any painkillers, which is insane. It ended up being for like 6 hours in the hospital was like $30,000 that like obviously we did not have. And so we were advised to, if you file for bankruptcy, you know, it's going to suck, but you don't pay the medical bills. And then the lady's insurance will drop the lawsuit.
Wow.
That's insane.
I just want to say that lady is a cunt.
Yeah, for real.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
I know. You hit the car, then you sue them. That's the Karen. It was El Dorado Hills. I mean, that's
Makes sense.
kind of.
EDH.
I think I'm more laughing at the fact that he hit her, she hit him, and she said, "Hey, you hit my car."
Mm-hmm. Like, look at the damage your body did to my car.
You rolled on it. What is wrong with you? You should have jumped off.
That's crazy.
All right. Next question. Favorite thing about the local comedy scene?
Honestly, I think either how like genuinely supportive most people are. Like there doesn't seem to be a lot of like, I know I'm relatively new, so if I haven't seen infighting, I haven't seen people be jealous or petty. Also but also like being in Sacramento, like we're close to the Bay Area, like we get a lot of traffic of like pros coming through. I get to meet a lot of great comics.
All right. Now, next question, the exact opposite. One thing you dislike or would like to see changed in your local scene?
That is a good question. If everyone paid me so much more money. No.
I don't think that's just a sack scene.
I don't know. I think I need to see more of it to have like a genuine, I feel like maybe my base of knowledge isn't strong enough to be like, this is the problem. Like, I'm sure there are problems. I don't know if I've experienced them yet.
All right. Well, Danny, introduce her to some.
Yeah. Tell me why it's a shithole.
We don't have problems.
Privilege.
we don't have problems here in the Sacramento comedy community.
I mean, I even heard of like someone complaining about something on Tuesday and I don't remember it. Like maybe I've seen so many problems. I just don't remember.
That's probably more like it. Yeah. All right. Next question. Favorite local comedian?
Ooh. I think I'm going to sidestep and say the first comic that I saw where I was like, they're really funny. I'm pretty sure what is first Defunk the world champ. Mm-hmm. I saw him at Laughs, I believe. Like everyone was like sleepy. It was like everyone was kind of ready to go home and he got everyone right back up. Like hilarious, like riffing off people the whole time. It was incredible. And the first person I saw at a mic where I was like, wow, like I'm really, really laughing at this was Luke Soin. Yeah.
What mic was that?
It was at Steve's Pizza. Because I'm just like,
okay, the Rockland.
Just in
Rockland.
Davis.
Oh, okay. David Rodriguez's mic.
Yeah, and it's just other comics, and so like everyone there is kind of like jaded and like, well, I'm here to work on my stuff, not to laugh at your stuff. Which was that was the first in-person mic I got to go up. So I was like, it felt kind of weird compared to doing a Zoom mic with my friends. But yeah, Luke, like he's like, this is new stuff, but like it still made me crack up.
Cool.
All right. And then last question, advice to new comedians.
Try to hang out with comedians who are funnier than you. Exactly. But I think a lot of people like we like to be comfortable and to like surround yourself with people that you feel like are at your levels. Like if I were just hanging out with only other brand new comics who like I wouldn't have met producers. I haven't been introduced like pros, just I guess talk to people, be open and I know. Sorry, advice. She's like, that's so not helpful. I guess also my last job, I went to a lot of conferences where like with doctors and pharmacists. So I'm like the dumbest person in the room. But it's like, well, that means you have a lot to learn. So I try to have that same perspective. Like if I'm the worst comedian in a group of people talking, like that means I can just learn from everyone else there. Like I feel kind of stupid being there, but it's more room to grow.
I like that. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a quote I saw somewhere. It said something like, if you're the smartest person, if you're always the smartest person in the room, you need to be in different rooms. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
That's Ivan Reitman said that.
Who knows?
And it helps with them because I get imposter syndrome. So that kind of helps with like, oh my God, I'm a new comic. Like, should I even like be here? And it's like, well, if they want me here, then yes, I should be here. But also it's good to be the greenest person there.
Yeah.
In some ways.
The greenest?
Like
newest.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't think of normal words. So
well, I was thinking like, well, where, just some environmental stuff like green. Well, she got no damn, carbon market on her. And she's biking and stuff. I know her husband was, but her ex-husband.
I'm concerned about your guys' carbon footprints.
Should be.
We are terrible.
All right, so that does it for Inside the Comic Studio. So I know you guys want to get to On the Why. When does that start?
I'm finding out right now.
Yeah, sign up right now.
So good. We can go over random topics then.
Yeah.
What you got?
So I have two, and we will let the guests decide which one goes first. So the first one is it's a pretty in poor taste question. And the second one has to do with your childhood. So you can pick which one goes first.
Childhood.
I thought that way too.
I'm like, my childhood was first. So.
All right. So out of curiosity, what do you guys think Grimace is? Because we finally have an answer.
There's an answer?
Yes, there is. So we'll start with Rob. What do you think?
I think he is a big purple butt plug.
I mean, looking at that one makes sense.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree looking butt plug.
Yeah. Oh, right there. Totally.
Funko arms look painful, though.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, Sharon, what do you got?
That was a very good question. What is Grimace? Crap, I don't know. I thought he was just a purple blob that just was able to walk around. It's like watching Snuffleupagus. You're like, it's the elephant, right? No.
He's a mammoth.
It's a Snuffleupagus.
He's the slime inside the unwashed soda dispensers.
Oh, damn.
All right, Sarah, what do you got? What's your guess?
As a kid, I'm like, that's a purple chicken nugget. Like, didn't question it. Just like,
he was around before Nuggets.
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
Well, she wasn't.
I know. I was, sadly. God damn it.
I never considered that nuggets were like invented. I thought it was like, it's always been around.
God made 2 zebras, 2 sheep, 20 chicken nuggets in a meal.
It was the point of saying McNugget. That was the.
Wasn't that in the Ezekiel verse? Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Say it with your mouth full.
I got the bread for it.
All right, Danny, what do you got?
I don't know. I kind of thought he was like just like a blue blob or a purple blob. Like he was like a grape something. I don't know.
Okay.
Flavored blob.
Yeah, like he was like supposed to represent like dessert, like pie or something.
There was no pie with purple in it, but yeah.
They used to have like blueberry and boysenberry pie at McDonald's.
No.
In Hawaii, they have root pie and purple.
They're hella good.
All right. So nobody got it. I honestly think nobody would have ever guessed it. So they interviewed Brian Bates. He's worked for the chain for 10 years. When he was interviewed, he said, Grimace is an enormous taste bud.
Oh.
Yes.
What?
He is a taste bud.
I think
What?
that up. Okay.
Hold up. You got a clown and a taste bud. What the?
There you go.
That is.
Wow.
Did we have?
Looks like a taste bud.
I mean, did they actually
He's a
have these
villain?
images when Grimace was invented, though, or is this them backtracking and be like, wait, what is Grimace? I feel like that was made up after the fact.
Yeah. But I mean, Ronald McDonald wasn't a real fucking thing, so why would Grimace be? Like, I don't know why they would even say he's a taste bud. Are taste buds purple?
Yeah, right here.
In that picture they are.
That's purple.
Yeah, right there.
The wrong shape, like completely though.
No, kind of. They can see it there. It looks like the monster from the big Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Oh,
yeah.
Mortimer. Mortimer.
Yeah, I never questioned it.
That is insane, though.
He's a taste bud.
Now your childhood is ruined.
Yeah.
He can taste with his entire body, which would be a real bummer if he was a butt plug.
So there's that. I've always wondered who what these little things are.
That's the Fry Guys. Those are Fry Guys.
Was it Fry Guys?
The Fry Guys, yeah. They're the Fry Guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, who's that guy in the back with like the old timey mustache?
This guy?
Can't remember what he was called.
That's your perverted uncle that's related to Ronald McDonald. Who's just thrown in there.
Who that was, and who was the captain?
Uncle McTouchy.
Yeah, that's great. He's gonna touch.
You know the funny thing? They don't have Mary McCheese on here. That's trippy.
Who the fuck is that?
He's
Mary McCheese, the big hammerhead. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a Ronald McDonald land. And it was Mary McCheese.
Dude, all the McDonald lands are gone now.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's like all depressing. It used to be a fun place for little kids. That's Mayor McCheese.
Yep.
Wow.
All right. So, thanks, bud. That was weird. Now,
we're about back tonight.
Question. We're about to end on this is going to be interesting. Okay. So first, what I need everyone to do is tell me who they love the most in their family. Just not like genuinely, but if I'm like, who's the best person in your family, the first one you think of. So,
okay.
Rob, go.
My kid.
All right, your kid. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down. Sharon.
My aunt Val.
Okay. Sarah.
My sister Kim.
Okay. Danny.
My Nona.
All right.
Do your other sisters know that you prefer this sister?
They'd be like, yeah, she's a good person. Like.
All righty. So I don't know if you guys saw the news. I'm sure you heard of it. The lady that had dementia, she was 73 and got physically arrested pretty badly because she had dementia, so she didn't know she was shoplifting. She thought she had paid for stuff. The cops didn't know she had dementia, and they tackled her ass.
Okay.
So was it actual cops or was it security?
It was cops. It was two cops, and they held her down. She didn't know what was going on. So the city of Loveland, Colorado, settled with the family for $3 million. Now, with everybody you guys just said, would you willingly set them up to get arrested like she did, very physically, if you knew $3 million was on the back end?
Yes.
I think my sister would go for it. Like, she's like, let's go. She's tough.
My grandma wants me to be good in the future. So yeah, we would go. We'd do it.
All right, Sharon.
I just know they'll shoot her. So yeah.
There is a 6 foot tall white woman. Like, she likes cops. So I'm like, she'd be into it. Like it's very different.
Well, and then just so you know, they do here it talks about it. Police station surveillance video also showed Hop, who was the arresting officer, and other officers talking about the arrest, laughing and joking at times as Garner sat in a cell. They actually laughed in her face while she was in the cell. She didn't know what was going on. They
say that cops are crummy. I don't know why people keep on.
Well, I mean, how are they supposed to know? How are they supposed to know she has dementia?
You don't freaking matter. You still have some respect for a person. Why do they need
to tackle a 73-year-old?
It was over like $14.
Yeah, over $14. That's fucking nuts.
No,
$13.88.
I mean, come on.
All right, Rob, your kid.
I couldn't do that to my kid.
Oh, the kids are the best one to do it from. They're resilient.
No, I mean, my mom had dementia. I mean, at least she would forget that it happened. So $3 million will pay for a lot of memory care.
Yeah.
But You get probably a whole 3 weeks out of that.
Was she hurt?
I don't believe so. I think she was just.
It said her condition deteriorated, but I mean, I'm sure trauma would make.
Well, then look down about the 19-year-old that got shot.
The announcement came a day after the death of a 19-year-old who was armed with a knife and in a reported mental health crisis when he was shot by a Loveland police officer last month. It also came a day after Garner's lawyer, Sarah, I'm not even going to attempt that. Schulke released internal reports that show that some supervisors had signed off on Hopp's use of force against Garner, who's the 73-year-old woman, including some who noted they had watched the body cam footage.
Now, I'm willing to bet that the 19-year-old was not Caucasian.
You know, this was just supposed to be a question about would you fuck over a family member. We're not about to get.
I said yes. Yes, I would. My 95-year-old grandma would be down with it.
Jeez, I'm pretty sure she would disagree with you.
Well, she has dementia. She's going to do what I fucking tell her. I'm just kidding. I'm just
you
kidding.
went full steam ahead on that one.
Holy shit.
We get right into that.
That's right.
Yeah, she made a Jungle Cruise on that one. It's like, yep. It's going to happen. Grandma's going to be into this.
Oh, well, that's good. At least the officer has been charged with second-degree assault.
Well, because he's a repeated. He's a repeat offender. So, yeah.
Over $13.88.
Yep.
Whew.
I've heard less.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So now, Sharon, let me preface this again that your aunt will survive. She won't get shot. Would you do this?
No. It's too on the nose.
Like, I would just be like $3 million, and this is like extreme punked. Like, I know what's happening.
They did, right?
But let's look at this. I mean, even Rodney King got paid for that whole situation. But, did it come out any better? No. You still gotta live with that shame. Like,
I'd so do it.
I would too.
Random question.
Now hold on. I got a question. Who would you do it to?
Oh.
I mean,
still within the family?
Is it Danielle?
I was gonna say list anybody in my family ever.
You're gonna do it to your wife, are you?
My wife would fight back, and she would probably kick their asses. But I'm just saying, like, my mom's what? My mom's going to be 70 something this year. Fucking throw her down. $3 million. She'll get a cool 1 out of it. I get the 2 because I set it up. I mean,
homemade weed, homemade.
What's that got to do with anything?
I was about to say, what the fuck? He's just out of his weed.
All you guys gruesome stuff. So yeah.
And then also, you shouldn't hold your farts in. Apparently, that's another thing.
Graham.
See, you gotta tell that to women because guys will just let go.
It can
women
be
hold it,
reabsorbed into your bloodstream and breathed out when you exhale.
Really?
Apparently.
That's funny.
That's gross.
It's kind of rough.
And there's no need to ask women because Danny D already said it. She's like, no, we fart. We're classy about it, which I still am curious what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Sarah, do you wanna explain what women
classy
being classy about their farts are?
The timing of it, like, okay, how am I, like, can I cover this with a loud noise? Like,
wait, y'all clap and then fart at the same time?
What do you do about the smell?
No, like I'll walk away.
A noise isn't going to help that.
Somebody can drop the grenade right there and walk away. How dare you?
No, I'll walk away to fucking go fart and then I'll walk back.
Everyone knows Siamese ragdolls are very gassy.
for real though, mine, like, when you get, like, she's not on the bed because she keeps farting right now. This is too much.
Ouch.
She's not classy.
She's at home. She's like, I'm going to fart where I want to.
All right. Does anybody have anything else they want to talk about? Otherwise, we will let the two ladies get to On the Why.
Sarah, keep doing what you're doing. Sacramento needs new comments and stuff. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to become another reply guy. Reply girls.
If you say something funny, you're not a reply guy. You're just someone making a joke. It's only if you're like a bummer.
No, he's a reply guy.
Okay.
Yeah. It's only if you reply with the, heart eye emojis with the tongue out. It's like 7 times. And then the water things, and then the peach, and then the eggplant. Then you're a reply guy.
Like, really? Oh, hell no.
Dude, check out Instagram. I see that shit all the time.
All right.
That's what I'm saying. I was going to say I'm an Instagram reply guy. So,
all right. Well, Danny D wants to go. You can tell.
She always wants to go.
Sarah, thank you for coming on. This has been a treat. Everybody
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I love this. So much.
yeah.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.